Hi, the story I am going to tell you today is going to shake your legs. This is the story of a boy who belonged to a very poor family. Parents of that boy are struggling to meet their daily needs, and sometimes they sleep without eating food and lay down empty bellies. When boy grew up a little, he decided to leave his parents and go to city for some work and fulfill his dreams of earning lot of money and give relief to his parents in their down age and improve their life. He left the village and go to bus stop where only twice a bus come without any fixed timing. He waited for hours and finally bus came and he boarded it. The bus on the go, and he was thinking how his parents survive as they give him everything they have, like all earning, which was just very little of money with which he could barely spend 2 to 3 days. After hours of journey, he finally reached the destination. He leaves the bus and look around and amazed by the lively atmosphere of the city. He walked down the road and saw large buildings touching the sky, and his eyes were wide open as he never seen anything like that in his life before, because he never came to a city before. While walking down Thar Road, he saw many hotels and restaurants on his way. He felt severe appetite, 'cause it's been hours of journey since he last ate, and that was very less food. He'd get his hand in the pocket and get some money out, and took food and ate it. Now it's the midnight and he needs some place to sleep. He goes to a nearby park and slept under a tree. When he opened his eyes, it was morning, the sun just out and very little of light in the sky. He'd get to a nearby pond, wash his face and get out of the park. He starts walking into the city and wait for the markets to open. After hours, markets start to open and he'd get to the shops and ask for work, but no one wanted to hire him as he wasn't educated. He was disappointed and hungry as he never eaten since morning. While walking the city, he reached a backward area of city. He was hopeful again as he might get some work here. There was a bakery. He entered and asked owner would he hire him. He said he was very hard working and work for any pay. He just needs some food and resident to live, 'cause he is new to city and nowhere to live. The owner of the bakery look at him from head to toe and starts thinking of hiring him as he is needy, and will hire him half of they pay, then others, and take work from him double times. The owner said, "Okay, I will hire you, but there will be not much money he can give." He had small bakery and very limited earnings. The boy said, "Fine, enjoy," as he finally have some roof on his head. He never have to sleep in the park again. Owner show him his workspace and tell him he'd have to work for 12 hours a day, and then take him with to show him place where the boy live. The boy follows him. The owner took him to a street with pitch black darkness. Even in the morning, there's a little bulb with some light limited to some meters. He took him into an old building and get him to 3rd floor, and in a corner show him his room. He opens the room. It was dark and full of dust. There was spider's web everywhere. Then owner asked boy, "That's the place where he can stay?" The boy deeply in some thinking, and owner said again. The boy suddenly out of his thoughts and in hurry said, "Okay, okay, I will live, no problem." But deep down he was worried how he can live there. It's scaring as hell, and he saw very few people on his way. Then he follows the owner back to bakery. He starts working. The day passed, and when his shift end, the owner give him some feed and tell him to eat in his room. He tooled the food and left, but when he reached the street, it looks even more scarier. Then day, it was 9 p.m., but feels like midnight. There is no one passing and more darker. He took a deep breath and starts walking to his building. He was watching everywhere in fear and walking very fast. He starts climbing stairs and it giving scary noises every step he pass. Somehow he reached his room. He took the key out of his pocket and opened the door lock and entered. He starts eating, and after finishing he get to his bed and do some dusting and lay down. Close his eyes and thanking the God for everything. He get into sleep as he was very tired. He was deep sleep, but suddenly he woke up because he was dragged from his bed to ground. He was amazed and feared both because there was no one in the room and door was locked, no one can enter. He thought that might be after so much tired day he himself fell out of bed and he was sleeping badly. He stood up and get to bed and sleeps. Nothing happened again that night. The next morning he'd go to bakery work all day tirelessly, and again owner gave him food at night. It was same like the other night. He was fearing crossing street, and finally he reached his room. He had ate food and go to bed for sleep, but again same thing happened. He thought it wasn't a coincidence. He get to bed and close his eyes, but he was not sleeping. He want to check whether it's himself fell down or someone pushed him. He was thinking, then suddenly he'd feel some vibrations under his bed. He starts sweating with fear, but have no courage to look under his bed. The vibrations get stronger, and he starts listening some whispers and knocking and scratching on the walls. He almost peeing his pants but not opening his eyes. Something touched his feet, and there was 1,000 volts, shock of electricity in his body. He just wanted to turn out of room, but for that he have to open his eyes, but he have no courage for that. Then he feels some hot breath on his face. He suddenly opened his eyes, and what was in front of him almost took his soul out of his body. There was a pitch black, bear-like head, and there was no body of it. It was just the head with red burning eyes, and its hairs floating in air upward. Wanted to speak, but have no words. He wanted to scream, but has no voice. He just got unconscious in fear. Someone trying to waking him up, he suddenly sit in fear and start looking around. There was his owner and cursing while he is still sleeping. It's 10 in the morning and he'd never get to work. He is abusing the boy for how he can be so reckless. He give him work, but now only after 2 days he is getting late and not fulfilling his promise to work effortlessly. The boy tried to tell him about last night, but owner refused to listen as he thought boy giving excuses. After some heated argument, owner asked him if he want to work with him. This wouldn't be happening again or he will fire him. The boy nod his head in a yes. He get up and starts following owner to bakery. He was burning in fever and flashes coming again and again of what happened last night. The day ends and now he have to get back to his room, but he had no courage to go there. Somehow he gathers some courage and go to his room. He ate food, but he just sitting and never wanted to get his bed. Time passed and his eyes were closing. He was very tired. He decided to get to bed and have some sleep. He lay down on his bed and closed his eyes. Just few minutes passed and same scene happening again. Something presses his chest. He's feeling tons of weight on his chest. He's struggling to breath but can't move an inch. Situation continues and his heart stopped. His soul left his body, along with the dreams of the boy who wants a comfortable life for his parents. The boy died, and with him the hopes of his parents also died. The next day, when he again late from work, the owner reached the room and saw the dead body of the boy. He heard some voice of thanking him for a new prey and demand for another prey in few days. The owner knew there's a demon in this room and he kills anyone who lived there. This demon spares the owner lives in exchange of the other's persons. This boy was in the list of many offering the owner given to demon. And God knows how many innocent souls this demon consume with the help of owner of the bakery. I hope you like the story. Please like, share and subscribe. Meet you again soon with new and exciting story.